end of the movie, toward the end, when all the cars were lined up coming into the field as far as the eye can see. That's what it looks like back to the north here right now.
Late arriving crowd tonight. The 10 whole very line up across the area tonight. Waterloo's down at R.A. Hubbard, and a big one out on the mountain tonight, East Lawrence over at West Morgan. Both teams ready to come onto the field through long victory lines, and we're about ready for Hatton and the Red Devils, and we'll be back in 60 seconds for the kickoff
on the web at WALW.org. Getting ready for the kickoff. Lawrence County and Hatton. Here's the voice of Lawrence County Sports, Vinny Williams. Vinny.
Thank you very much. Red Devils kicking off from right to left as we get ready to get this one underway tonight. Should be a good one. Hatton and the Red Devils. That's all you need to say. Here's Nolan Coffey kicking the ball into the sideline. It'll be taken by an up back at Mims, and he is hit down pretty hard at the 36-yard line. Tyler Gillespie in on the tackle for the Red Devils. So 1st and 10 for the Hornets as the Red Devils wide receiver out to the Hatton sideline. Devan Parker, the fine quarterback for Hatton up under center, runs a man off in motion. That's Sims. Here's a give to the last man through, and he'll be down after about a yard gain. That's Jordan Montgomery on the carry. Adam Melton leading the way for the Red Devils. That's a gain of about a yard, maybe two. Let's go ahead and give him two. It'll be second night after all the rain in the last 2 weeks. So we'll see how that plays out as the game progresses. Now out of the shotgun, here's Parker on a 2nd and 8. He'll run a man off in motion, fake to him, stand straight up and fire in the flat, and it's going to be caught, and then stumbling backwards out of bounds up at the 42-yard line is the receiver. That's Les Lang ran him out of bounds. On the receiving end, it's going to be Nick. Now they'll go no huddle, and I guess this will be out of the shotgun also. 4 wide, make that 5 wide receivers. Nobody in the backfield except Parker on a 3rd and 4. Stands straight up, fires in the flat. This ball's going to be caught by Mims, and then down he'll go. Good reaction by Tyler Gillespie along with Frank Griffin. So the Red Devil defense playing it pretty well, and it's 4th down after a loss of about a yard on the play by Hatton. It'll be 4th down.
3 and kick it for the Hornets.
Here's Art with a floater back there, almost blocked. A line drive kick that will hit once and go out of bounds down at the Red Devil 27-yard line. So a pretty good kick. Red Devils back there with a lot of pressure. A 32-yarder by Arndt. So here's JT, 1st and 10. Out of the triple option set, they'll run a man in motion off with pitch left side. Here's MacPhee trying to turn the corner. He'll juke a man 30 and be bumped out of bounds and a flag down after the play at the 34-yard line. Colt Parker made the tackle, but this might be a late hit at the 34, Dave.
Looks like it could have been
a glass out on that kind of thing, that's for sure. And that was not an intentional scenario.
Not at all.
By any means. Here's 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. And down the line is LouAllen. He'll run the keeper, 45, into the 41-yard line. Faked it to the running back, Joe Hyde, and ran it right off his rear end into the 41-yard line. A 9-yard gain. Madison Terry made the tackle.
All night long.
Corey Espy, wide receiver, back to the Red Devil sideline. Here's Hyde in motion. Down the line, they'll leave it with MacPhee, and he's close to 1st down yardage as he runs it off the right side into about the 40-yard line.
Just had to get past the 40-yard line, Benny, last week.
So 1st and 10. Here again, they'll run a man off in motion. Cross buck, they'll leave it with Joe Hyde, and he'll be knocked down after a yard gain, close to the 39-yard line. David Mims on the tackle.
Little help with
second. We're going to go ahead and call it 9 yards to go. Might be closer to 9.5. Man in motion again. Top sweep left side. Here's Mitch trying to turn the corner. 40, 35 into the 30. Still stumbling forward. 25, and finally has his feet flipped out from under him as he falls into the 21-yard line.
Maybe coming back, Benny.
Yep. There's a flag down holding at the 41-yard line. And here's 2nd and 20. Hyde in motion. Toss sweep left side, MacPhee to the other side. Looking for a block. Runs toward the sideline. Tries to break a tackle. Still on his feet. And finally will dance out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. Red Devils trying to run the edges early in the ball game, Dave.
Absolutely, Benny. They went to the short side that time with the 3rd and...
Let's see if they'll throw it. Double wing set, and they'll run one of the wing men off. Here's LouAllen. Pressure coming from the weak side, and a pass incomplete into the flat at the 43-yard line intended for Kelso. So it's 4th down. Good job by Hatton.
Curtis Arndt that time ready to...
As they say, the basics are in play tonight for sure with sort of wet situation. I'm sure the ball is wet already just from the condensation on the grass. Here's a kick by MacPhee that will hit at the Hatton 20-yard line and go dead at the 19. 27 yards on the kick. Hatton with their second possession. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
If you need your vehicle...
I'm the Hatton 19. Here's a turn and give to Montgomery, and he will scoot up to about the 13-yard line before make it the 18-yard line before Jesse Dalton comes in there on the tackle, gain of about a yard. Fast-paced first quarter, 6:51 of the night. We'll mark it in at the Hatton 19.5. Out of the eye set again, here's Parker. He'll run down the line, and he'll leave it with the last man through, and he'll be hit down up across the 22-yard line. That's Montgomery again, the ball carrier, I think. Jamarcus Robinson in on the tackle, and Hatton will look at 3rd down. 3 wide receivers, and leave a couple of blocking backs back there for Parker on 3rd down. Red Devils showing blitz like they might be coming. Here's Parker. He'll run the keeper play right at the line, and Ben Autry's got him, and down he'll go at the 21-yard line, along with Timothy Williams.
Williams stayed home that time, Benny, right in the middle of the play.
So the Hornets, Ard stands at his only 10-yard line. Here's the snapback, and the ball is blocked. It's blocked. Ard picked it up, and he's got open field in front of him. He comes up across the 30, 35, and down after the 37-yard line. Don't see that too much. That ball was blocked dead to rights and fell right back in Ard's arms, and he'll move it up the field
with a new life.
So 1st and 10. There's Parker. Out of the shotgun, rolls to the right, wants to run the option, fakes one, pitches it back on the corner, and he's got a trailing back up across the 45 and knocked out of bounds. Nick Hood, the ball carrier, Jesse Dalton on the tackle, but that's a nice 1st down yardage gain for the Hatton Hornets, no matter what offense you run.
So many options.
Here's a wing back over to the left, and Parker will duck under center on the 2nd down. They'll run the wing back off into the Red Devil sideline on the delay. Here's a give to the last man with running room across midfield into the 49-yard line. Jordan Montgomery with the 1st down. Good movement that time. Slot receiver on the left side, 2 wide receivers. Everybody looks at the wristband. Parker raises his foot and asks for the ball. He's got it. He'll roll to the short side. Now here comes the pressure. He'll dodge the tackler into the 45 and be run down from behind at the 41 by Tyler Gillespie. And if he don't get him, it could be off to the races.
Good reaction that time by Parker. Nobody open. Ran it right up the middle, cut back left, and if it hadn't been for the speed of Tyler, you're right, he'd still been running.
So here's Ard as he'll come wide out to the near side. Mims will slide up on the near side into the Red Devil side of the field. Parker out of the eye set on the 2nd and short, turns and leaves it with the last man through, and down he'll go in the backfield, a loss of a couple of yards. That's Williamson again, along with Tyler Gillespie on the tackle, along with Justin Hanna. That's a loss of 2. Jordan Montgomery on the carry. Worry about 3rd when you make them on 4th. See how they'll play it. They'll go out the shotgun. 4 wide receivers out there with a blocking back. Here's Parker rolling left into the Hatton sideline. Cocks his arm, dodges the tackle. That's going to go deep. He's got a man wide open at the 10. 5, touchdown, Jordan Montgomery.
What a play.
What a play, 43 yards. As Parker looked like he was going to be down and got away. The Red Devils quit on the route. And Montgomery all alone at about the 10-yard line. All he had to do is wait for the football.
Nobody within 10 yards of him, Benny.
Take the lead. Mims down on a knee down to our right. There's the ball on the tee. The kick is away. It's off to the left, I believe, and the kick is no good. So 2:47 to go in the first quarter. Hatton strikes first blood. 6-0 Hornets. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Tonight's football broadcast is sponsored in part by Mike Terry Attorney, located on Main Street in Moulton.
And it never happened.
Give Parker credit for escaping 2 Red Devil defenders as well.
Great play. So here's Terry to kick the ball off for the Hatton Hornets. It's sort of a squibber to the left side. Red Devils bobble the ball. Here's Hatton digging on it. They say they've got it. And they got it at the 46-yard line. That's one the Red Devils should have let go. Ball kicked off the side of Terry's foot. It's going to be hard to handle land at the 46-yard line as they break the huddle out of the shotgun with 3 wide receivers on the right side, 1 on the left. Here's Parker. He'll run that option again. He'll turn it upstream into the 40, 39-38. That's about an 8-yard gain. Frank Griffin made the tackle.
Momentum definitely on the Hatton Hornets side right now, Benny. They're picking up.
Second down, 2 yards to go. It's the Red Devil 38-yard line. Offset eye this time as Parker comes up. He'll turn, leave it with Montgomery. Last man through, and he'll drag a tackler with him. Pretty good collision at the 35-yard line, but I think that's a first down. First down number 3 for the Hornets. Timothy Williams made the tackle,
but not before the first down was made.
This time they'll run Montgomery off in the slot, 4 wide receivers. Here's Parker out of the shotgun, straight back, wanting to throw. Cocks his arm, fires over the middle, got Montgomery wide open. He'll be stood up, and down he'll go at the 23-yard line. That's about an 8-yard gain. And again, the slot receiver, nobody covers him. Jesse Dalton made the tackle.
Open right in the middle of the field, Benny, that time was Montgomery.
Number 4 in the ball game. Hatton 6, Red Devils nothing, and Hatton threatening to add to it after they recover a muffed kickoff. Here's a turn. Here's the lead to Montgomery. He's got room as he will slice his way inside the 20 into about the 18-yard line. Frank Griffin on the tackle. But, Dave, the I formation now.
Before you can think about it.
Ben Leicester, a sophomore right tackle. Big Devan Parker over on the left side. Here's I set. They turn and they leave this one with the last man through. He runs through a tackle, and that's close to first down yardage. Nick Hood, the ball carrier. He ran over somebody at about the 15-yard line.
Ran over Frank Griffin, Benny.
Zach Grant. Series of downs when they had the ball.
Well, you were saying earlier, it looks like they found a little bit of a...
Under 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. 6-0 Hatton. Here's an I set. Here's a turn, and here's the give to the last man, and a penalty play. That's going to be holding. Gain of a couple of yards, but this one will come back. Flag thrown right into the heap at about the 12-yard line.
Roll call right after the broadcast tonight.
So let's see how Hatton plays this one on the 1st and 24. And in motion, running into the Hatton sidelines, is Mims. Here's Parker, fakes on the bootleg, running to the right side, looking for a block, and he's hit pretty hard at the 24-yard line. Pretty good lick by Tyler Gillespie that time, along with big number 71, Dustin Hanna, as the first quarter comes to a close. That's the end of one. Your score, Hatton 6. Back at Red Devil Stadium, ready to go with the second quarter. 6-0 Hatton as we come back to play. Second down and 24 yards to go for the Hornets with the ball at the Red Devil 29-yard line. Here's the toss sweep to the right side to the last man as he runs into a heap. That's Jordan Montgomery. Unit body right, technically, Dave. That's all that was.
Just right off the right tackle, kind of pushing the folks out
here. Try to get, if you get it all, that's fine, but try to get a chunk at least. So here's Parker. He rolls to the left. Here comes pressure from the backside. Cocks his arm, fires, and right through the hands of his tight end wide receiver, Curtis Ard. Mitch MacPhee in on the defense, but that ball was thrown like a rocket. We'll see how they'll play it. They'll go with 4 wide receivers and leave a blocking back there, Nick Hood. Here's Parker. He'll ask for the ball. Drops. Almost lost his footing, fires into the end zone. Got a man back there. This ball is caught out of bounds.
Well, just barely out of bounds.
Just barely out of bounds. Mims caught the ball, But the official on the back side of the inline says, I'm sorry you were out of bounds, and so the Red Devils will take over on down.
Nice pass and catch play, though, by the Hatton Hornets. And if he was out of bounds, maybe it wasn't about.
We'll get something going here. Two wing backs, and they'll turn, leave it right up the middle of MacPhee, and he spins up to about the 25, 26-yard line. Receiver to the near side as the Red Devils come to the line, moving from left to right here in the second quarter. Here's a man in motion. They'll turn, leave this one MacPhee again, and nothing doing. Run him off to the right side, and nothing there at all. Steadman made third and short. Hatton's got everybody up at the line of scrimmage, going to crowd the box, and they'll turn, leave it with MacPhee, and he might have a first down up at the 31-yard line.
Depends on the spot.
It is first. That's nothing Hatton. 9:33 to go in the first half. Two wide receivers, and now here's the man in motion, and that'll cost the Red Devils 5 yards. 6. Here's LouAllen, runs a man in motion. Toss sweep, turn, back to the other side. Here comes Kelso, and he's got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 yards up to about the 38-yard line. Pretty good run by Andrew that time. Devan Parker made the tackle.
Very good run that time.
Here's the Red Devils on a 2nd 2 fumble. Red Devils get back on it, and now we're beginning to see a little bit of that wet turf that we talked about earlier in the ball game. It can't hit from their own 39. Let's see how they'll play this one. They'll slide a receiver over on the near side. Now they're running man in motion that way, and they'll pitch it to MacPhee, and he'll cut back inside a block, and we'll have a first down up to about the 43-yard line.
Good second effort that time by Mitch MacPhee, Benny.
Some different looks tonight, Dave, in this ball game. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Kelso in motion, and here is LouAllen. Might have missed the handoff, and he has to eat it back at the 40. Curtis Ard just came in sort of like a 2nd and 12 from the Red Devil 40.5-yard line. And LouAllen down the line, MacPhee again, and he'll tumble down after a yard or two up to the 43-yard line. Good job by Mims that time, staying at home and made a low tackle. 2 slot receivers, and the Red Devils will go to the shotgun this time. The inside handoff, MacPhee. MacPhee into the open. Got a first down. Into Hatton 45, 44, 43-yard line.
Good running that time by Mitch MacPhee. He got through the initial line of scrimmage.
And they'll go back to the triple option look, if you will. 2 slot receivers. Here's the turn to MacPhee. He'll try to turn the corner, and down he'll go at the 41-yard line. Red Devils hollered for the horse collar, but I don't think he got down to 9 yards to go. Tyler Gillespie in it running back. Kelso, they'll run him off. Toss sweep Gillespie. He's got a block. He'll cut it to the outside to the 40, to the 35, and slither down the far sideline, and at about the 30-yard line before he runs out of bounds.
Then you got to give credit to Nolan Coffey that time making the block on the far side, which sprung Gillespie for the extra 10 yards or so. Great play that time by Nolan.
43-yard pass and catch from Parker to Montgomery, and that's the only scoring tonight. Here's the turn inside handoff to Kelso. He'll spin into about the 27-yard line.
And that was almost a bad handoff from
his 2nd down, and we'll call it 7. LouAllen got him at the line out of the triple option set. Here's a man in motion. Toss sweep right side. Here comes Gillespie back this way. Got a crack back block from Coffey again. And turns and fight his way inside the 25 to about the 22-yard line. Nolan Coffey's taking some names on that little crackback. Mims made the tackle for Hatton.
You may see it again right here, too, on 3rd down.
Here's the Red Devils at the Hatton 23-yard line. Kelso runs off in motion. Quarterback keeper, loose ball, still loose. Hatton picks it up. Here's Rutherford with the ball, running down the near sideline. 50, it's a foot race. 30, see if anybody will catch him. Rutherford to the 15. Rutherford all the way into the 9-yard line. Nolan Coffey runs him down from behind, but Big Rutherford runs it some 70 yards rather, after he picks up the loose ball at the Red Devil 20-yard line and lumbers his way and fights his way all the way down to the Red Devil 9. So down to our left, let's see how the Hornets play it. First and goal at the Red Devil 9-yard line. Here's Parker down the line, leaves it with the last man through, and he'll gain about a yard into about the 8-yard line. Jordan Montgomery, the ball carrier. Adam Melton, among others, on the stop.
Hi.
They're going to come out of the I set again. Second and goal at the Red Devil 8-yard line. Here's Parker. He'll run down the line. They will run a little short side option. Parker into the 5, and down he'll go as he approaches the 5. Zach Prince led the way.
Along with Adam Melton.
So it'll be third down. That's by the 5-yard line, and they're going to stay with that eye, David. One wide receiver to the far side. Here's Parker back. He'll fake into the middle, set and fire back across the field. It is caught. Touchdown to Steadman Rutherford. A 6-yard strike from Parker to his tight end, and the Hornets go on top 12-0 with 1:43 to go in the first half.
Parker really threaded the needle that time to Steadman Rutherford. There were 2 Lawrence County defenders back there. Parker threw
by the spread. Parker with 2 wide receivers to this side and 1 wide receiver back to the other side with a blocking back. He'll float it down in the corner. It's caught, and it's good. In there to Mims on the backside of the end zone, and it's 14-0 with 1:43 to go in the first half of play. So time is out on the field. Your score, Hatton 14, Red Devils nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Vinny.
See how Terry will play this one. Looks like they're going to do like the Red Devils tried to do and kick it into the sideline.
Regan Carpenter's over there waiting for it for the Red Devils.
There's the whistle. There's another one of those squibbers, and Carpenter catches the ball and then has to turn around and dive on it up at the 42-yard line, and that was near disaster again.
Yeah, Carpenter went forward. The ball stayed down. He had to turn back around, kind of do a backflip.
Swing set with MacPhee back there in the backfield. And they'll run down the line, and they'll leave it with Mitch, and he'll spin across midfield into about the 48-yard line, about an 8 or 9 yard gain. Steadman Rutherford on the tackle. Dug it down in the yard line. Here's the turn, and here's the give to MacPhee again, and he'll have the first down. Only by about a yard. Into about the 46-yard line, 2 wide receivers over to the near sideline on a 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Off sweep right side MacPhee. He wants to throw it. He'll set, he'll fire, and it's intercepted at the 25-yard line on a penalty play. Mims going back to the far side, 30. Another flag down, and he'll be knocked down up at the 34-yard line. So 2 flags on the play. One of them, I think, is going to be holding against the Red Devils probably. And we'll see if the other one might not be a block in the back. That's going to be post-possession back down here, though, Dave, and I think it'll be Hatton football.
I believe you're right, Benny. John Thomas LouAllen making the tackle.
I would look for this to be a rather conservative call. I'll be highly surprised if they do anything toward throwing the ball. Here's an offset eye. And they'll turn, leave it on a delay back to the near side. And it's going to be Jordan Montgomery, the ball carrier. And down he'll go by Ben Autry. There's going to be a loss on the play, but that's rather insignificant at this point. As the Hornets turn around and look at the clock. Half in the Hornets.
2-0 our score. Second half. There's no rain. Got a good crowd on both sides of the field. Teeing it up for the Hatton Hornets. Josh Mason, senior for Hatton. And here to bring you the second half action, the voice of Lawrence County Sports, Benny Williams. Benny.
Thank you very much. Kicked it right into the Red Devil front line all night long. Here's another one that's off the side of his foot, and this one will not go 10 yards. And the Red Devils are going to get the ball in Hatton territory. That ball just almost went 90 degrees right. The Red Devils on the 1st and 10 as we start the third quarter. No time went off the clock. Nobody touched the ball. Here's a give to MacPhee, and he will move the aisle with him into about the 41-yard line. Gain of 3 Halls out of Mobile. I met them on the way home, coming to Russellville. Russellville turned around and did it the other way. Last year here, JT in the open. He'll turn to the left side and be pulled down from behind inside the 25 to about the 22-yard line. One of the few times tonight we've seen him run the auction play and hold at the 22-yard line, wide receivers both ways. Red Devils moving down to our right here in the third quarter. Here's another keeper, this time Steadman Rutherford levels. And I mean levels LouAllen at the 19-yard line. Program over the years. Second down and 8. Here's the man in motion to the right side of the field. Left toss, sweep it to MacPhee. He'll cut back inside a block and then be inside out, written down at the 16-yard line. Good play by Josh Mason.
Yeah, Mitch couldn't escape.
Red Devils obviously in 2-down territory. They'll send 2 receivers to the far side. And here's Tyler Gillespie, toss sweep. Tries to run inside a tackle, and Hatton defends it so well as Arn in on the tackle.
Yep, Curtis Arn that time chased him back on the inside and made the tackle.
So no gain, and now 4th down receivers. Golden goes to the far side. Got Kelso on the near side, fake to the middle. LouAllen sets and fires. This ball is incomplete, and they're going to call pass interference at the 10-yard line as Nolan Coffey got hit just a little bit early. Defending was David Mims.
Ball on the 8-yard line, I believe, Benny.
So the Red Devils first and goal at the 8-yard line. Here's the turn, gives it to MacPhee right up the gut, breaks the tackle, and spins down to about the 1-yard line. That was a tough run by MacPhee that time.
MacPhee got it all by himself that time as well, Benny.
He was hit right at the line. Curtis Ard again tried it in on the goal line stand, and there's the quarterback keeper to LouAllen, and he will burrow his way in, I think, to the end zone. 1 yard. So with 8:36 to go in the third quarter, the Red Devils on the scoreboard. There's a snap, little high. Carpenter gets it down, pushes it out to the right side. They fake it, MacPhee got it in the end zone. It's a 14-8 ball game.
Benny, I don't think that was a planned 2-point question, but they did have a safety valve out.
And with 8:36 in the third.
They certainly enjoyed that 48-yard drive.
Nice little drive that time by the Red Devils, and they secured the football, David. That's one of the keys to victory. You got to hang on to it. So 14-8. Here's the little pooch kick, fair kick. That's going to be a flag. Joe Hyde just went right through Mims. As Mims had already called for a fair catch, and that's going to be 15 yards against the Red Devils.
I don't know that Hyde. We'll try to get some clarification on that.
Here's the Hornets first down. They're going to leave it right at the 37-yard line. Offset eye for Hatton. Here's the turn and the give to the last man through, and Tyler Gillespie in on the tackle. Jordan Montgomery, the ball carrier. So a gain of 2 or 3 yards up to the 40-yard line. Slot receiver over to the far side, 1 wide, and they'll go out of the eye set on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Parker, fakes into the middle, stands up, sets, cocks his arm, fires down the far side, and this ball is out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. Hamilton down there on receiving, the defending end, intended
defensive secondary.
That's going to stay in that offset eye. They're not going to go in the shotgun on 3rd and 8. Here's Parker. He'll run the option down the far side, try to cut it upstream, loose the football, and the Red Devils have got it at the 49-yard line. It fell right in the arms of a Red Devil after he was blocked on the ground. Just scooted right into his arms, and let's see who got it. Off the bottom of the stack, I think, it's Tyler Gillespie.
It is Tyler Gillespie.
Yeah, they had a man late getting in. So here they are on first down. And they'll run down the line on the keeper, LouAllen, for a yard. Second down and 8. LouAllen's got him up. Wide receiver to the far side. He'll run down the line on the option play. Pitch it back behind MacPhee. He's in trouble, and down he goes on a super play at the 45-yard line. There's Mr. Mims.
Absolutely.
David Mims came from free safety and chopped his legs right out from under him, and that is a huge loss. So now here the Red Devils. They'll go out the shotgun on 3rd and 16. Fake into the middle. Here's LouAllen. He bumped into MacPhee in the backfield and got a slow start. And Charles Arn made the tackle. So it'll be punting time for the Red Devils. On a blocking back to get on the field for the Red Devils. There's a good snap. Plenty of time. Mitch hits it. End over end. Drives it pretty far. Mims at the 15. Comes near side. Shoots a man. Tries to go backwards. And then he'll be slung down from behind as he treads water at about the 16-yard line. And now here's flag. All over the place. 37-yard punt and -3 on the return.
Went backwards on the return that time, Benny.
And let's see about the penalty.
It's going to be a dead ball penalty, I think, of some kind.
5:20 in the third quarter. Now the eye set, they'll turn, leave it with Montgomery, and he's hit after a yard gain. Not much there. But you got to play it a little bit conservative down there, Dave. You don't have a lot of options on your own goalpost. Frank Griffin made the tackle.
Along with Austin Terry. Parker.
Usually when they get it that way, they usually come out in the spread, and that's exactly where they're coming out here on 2nd and 10. Parker raises a foot, got the football, inside handoff Montgomery. Montgomery into the open, 20, 25, 30, 31-yard line, and again, they spread the field and get everybody spread out, and Montgomery with a great run right up the gut, 24 yards.
Good play by Montgomery.
Spread.
Once they get past that line of scrimmage, you're right.
So 1st and 10 for the Hornets from their own 30-yard line. Here's Parker. Parker fakes into the middle. He'll run the keeper. Comes near side 30. Breaks in the open 40, 45, midfield. Into the Red Devil 45-yard line and out of bounds. Petey Robinson finally ran him out of bounds at the 41-yard line. 29 yards on that carry. That was a fake into the middle and just let's go.
27 yards, 29.
Again, they'll spread the Red Devils out. They'll operate with 5 wide receivers. Man in motion. Here's Parker. Fakes into the middle. He'll run it again, and this time he's going to be hit after about 3 yards by Austin Terry.
Good play that time by Terry, staying home.
Go. 4 wide receivers and the blocking back. Now they'll flip-flop him to the other side. Here's the ball over the head, and Parker's going to have to dive on it. That'll be a loss back out to midfield. I'll call that one a problem with the wet football, or down football, if you will.
10 yards. There's the spread.
4 wide receivers and a blocking back. Pretty big play here in the third quarter from midfield. Here's Parker. He'll run a little keeper play. In trouble, stands straight up. Now he fires, tips, and very dangerous pass. And Red Devils were draped all over Parker. Tyler Gillespie.
Zach Prince, Tyler Gillespie. Taylor Howard for the Red Devils.
That's one of those, time was almost a mistake by Parker.
Right.
That ball was almost intercepted. Here comes a rush. Red Devils put the pressure on. Low line drive, picked up over there, running down the far side. There goes Hamilton. The little speedster can scoop across midfield into the 45-yard line. Caught that one on a dead run and a 38-yard return in a very heady play, Dave.
It really was, Benny. He was going to pick it up all the way, and he had an opening
in the field. So here are the Red Devils on a first down, and they'll leave it with MacPhee, and he'll gain about 3 yards.
Tackle made by a whole host of big long.
Here are the Red Devils on 2nd and long at the Hatton 43-yard line. And the ball dropped by LouAllen. Now he'll pick it up, and then down he'll go back at the 49. There's Charles Arn again. I tell you what, to make it Curtis, I called him Charles after that. Or first down, and they'll run out of the spread. Low snap, picked up. Here's LouAllen, firing, ball tipped, and it's going to be intercepted at the 24-yard line as Mims got tangled up with Nolan Coffey, and he wins the race. And the Red Devils turn it over for the third time tonight. And it'll be Hatton time. Back and we'll go with 3 wide receivers and 2 blocking backs this time. See which way they'll play it out of the spread. And Parker, inside handoff, trying to turn the left side. He can't do it. Down will go the first man through at the 24-yard line. Nick Hood, the ball carrier. Petey Robinson on the tackle. 3 wide receivers over to the near side. And Parker back there all by himself in the spread, and now here's too much time. Too much time. Well, now they're going to... Well, here's Hatton with 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. Out of the shotgun. Parker straight back, shoots it into the flat, incomplete. That's a dangerous little pass because Joe Hyde was right out there in the flat as they stand straight up. Tried to throw a flanker screen to David. Here are the Hornets. Again out of the shotgun, 1 blocking back, and they will turn, and Parker will keep it on the last end of the option, and down he'll go back at the 16-yard line as the third quarter comes to a close. Ben Autry, among others, in on the tackle. And when we come 3, Hatton 14, and the Red Devils back at the Hatton 1 at the Hatton 40, and the other Mitch MacPhee back at midfield as Curtis Orange stands down at the 6-yard line. Red Devils got close to a block a couple of times. There's an end-over-end kick. It'll be taken by Hamilton, and he'll skirt the far side to see if little man can outrun anybody, and he can. Into the 40 and lowers that shoulder into the 36-yard line. Very impressive return, man. 17-yard return after a 32-yard punt. That time they faked the lateral. He and MacPhee with good field position at the Hatton 36-yard line. Here's LouAllen down the line, leaves it with MacPhee, and he stutter steps inside the 35 to about the 34-yard line. Take it down 8 yards to go. Double wing set. Joe Hyde in motion. Down the line to leave it with MacPhee. He runs over a tackler. Inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. That should be close to a first down.
Good play that time by the Red Devil off.
Come to the line. Double wing set again with MacPhee out in the backfield, and they leave it with Mitch right up the gut again, and they tugging and fighting for that football. That'll be a gain of about a yard. Split out wide to the near side. Here's LouAllen. He's got a man in motion into the Red Devil sideline. He'll take it and roll that way. Cock his arm, set, fire, intercepted. Coming back up to the 25. Back up across the 30, going across the side of the field, and back up to the hash mark to the 37-yard line. Jordan Montgomery. 4th turnover of the night for the Red Devils. 17-yard return and a big play for Hatton. Mark that one down.
Absolutely, Benny. Good play that time by...
Well, no, they're coming out. They're going to still keep the Red Devils spread out. I thought they might go back in the I set. 4 wide receivers. Here's Parker. He'll run an option to the left side. Pitch it out on the wing. Montgomery got room 9 yards up to the 45-yard line. That has been one of the most effective plays all night long. I don't want to beat a horse to death, but I tell you, that has worked. That was Nick Hood, the ball carrier, not Montgomery, but that's 9 yards in the last 8 or 9 minutes. Take it down in the yard. Here's Parker. He'll snap the ball back. Red Devils rush. Parker, now he's going to tug it and try to run. He's in trouble back there in the backfield, and here comes the cavalry, and down he goes. Zach Prince, among others, in on the stop. Tyler Gillespie there. Ben Autry there.
Good play that time by the Red Devil defense, containing the quarterback scramble, turned him back inside where Prince
play. And he'll stay in the spread. Parker raises his foot, asks for the ball. He's got it. Comes near side on the option play. Tries to tuck it back to the inside, and down he'll go. Ben Alford cut him to the inside, and then there were some other guys around the ball. Taylor Howard, one of them, that is able to turn him back to the inside. He'll turn. Got Robinson back there with MacPhee. Here's the punt, end over end. It'll hit, scoot sideways, and go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So the Red Devils will have it 1st and 10 at their own 35. 7:35 to go in the ball game, and David.
So let's see if they can do it here, Benny.
Crowding that line of scrimmage on a 1st down call. LouAllen turns around and looks at everybody on a 1st and 10. He'll ask for the ball. He'll turn, leave it with MacPhee. MacPhee up across the 40, out to about the 42, 43-yard line. 8 yards on the run. There's Mason on the stop.
Good start that time with the Red Devils, Benny, just like Hatton had done on the
Devils at the line, 2nd short from their own 43-yard line. Out of that triple option set. And they'll turn down the line. Pitch back, ball taken away. The ball taken away by Mason, just stripped it out of the arms of LouAllen. I think he just stripped it right out of the arms of LouAllen.
LouAllen was trying to hand the ball off, and Mason was right there just to take the ball away from him.
Josh Mason just put his hand. He said, if you're going to. So turnover number 5 in the ball.
And as you mentioned, the Red Devil defense has been out there a long time this second half.
Split backfield. Here's Parker on a 1st and 5 after the 5-yard penalty. Toss sweep right side. Montgomery, and he will plow his way loose. Football. Beanbags are down at the 29-yard line. And Hatton will hang on to it. That's Jordan Montgomery, the ball carrier. 2nd and a yard. Split backfield, Parker. Toss sweep again to Montgomery, and he'll go right into the heat this time. Close to a 1st down.
Jacob Appleton on the tackle that time for the Red Devils. And amongst some other Red Devils going out for the Red Devil defense.
They run out of the split backfield again. Unbalanced line to the right, and they toss sweep it again to Montgomery, and I don't think he got there. Good play by Joe Hyde as he chopped his feet right out from under him, and that is a no gain. That's the 3rd time in a row Hatton's run. Here we go. Hatton's going at the Red Devil 29-yard line. This is your ball game, in my opinion, right here. They'll miss call. Parker runs down there, runs the option play. 1st down, plus some, inside the 25, into the 21-yard line.
Good play that time by the quarterback.
Ball. The option has worked well. Parker brings them up out of the I formation with 2 tight ends this time. Toss sweep right side. Here it goes to Montgomery, and down he goes back to the 21. Jesse Dalton on the way. Marcus there.
Ball. And Hatton's going to take their time coming to the line.
They certainly are. So here's a nice set as Parker brings them up on 2nd and 11, and that's going to be too much time. You're right. They took a lot of time, Dave. It took too much.
Well,
that'll be a 58, pardon me, 50. So, you know, Parker can't keep up with it out there on the field. So here's 2nd down and 15 yards to go. And they'll break back into the spread formation. Here's Parker rolling to the left. Going to run that option play again. Cuts it back into the middle of the field, and down he goes at the 20-yard line. Joe Hyde made the tackle along with Philip Daniel.
Good to see Philip back in, playing again this year. This week, rather. This play.
So out of the shotgun, here's Devan. Rolls to the left, sets up, fires in the flat. He's got a man, and then he's tackled right in his tracks over there on the far side by, I think, P.D. Robinson.
I believe you're right. That's who we picked up on the far side, Benny.
So now just, if I'm the Red Devils, I start looking option play all the way. 4th down and 5 out of the spread. Here's Hatton. Now they're going to throw it. Parker throws into the flat. He's got a man, broke a tackle inside the 10-5. Great play over there by Nick Hood. He hit somebody, hit him at the 15-yard line. He pushed him off and goes on into the 5. First and goal, Hatton.
Jesse Dawson.
First and goal at the Hatton 5, and you can really pick and choose what you want to do now. Here's Parker. He'll ask for the ball. He'll inside hand off the ball in there to Nick Hood, and he's down to the 1. Little inside handoff.
May need to start conserving the clock now, Benny.
Yeah, I would think maybe now. Well, we're down to 2 minutes. And surprisingly, they'll stay in the spread, and now Red Devils will take a timeout. So 1:49, and they have it second and goal at the 1-yard line. And they're going to go out of the spread again, which has been very successful for them tonight. Here's Parker, inside handoff, touchdown. Nick Hood strolls into the end zone. Mikey's out to practice early.
Standing up all the way.
20-8, Hatton for 2 to get it to a 22-8 lead. Here's Parker, straight back, looking, firing, and it's going to be knocked down, incomplete. So the point after will fail. 1:45 in the ball game, 20-8. Hatton leads it. We're back.
Don't know if it determined the outcome completely, but it sure didn't help the Red Devil cause.
They're going to let Austin Romans kick this one off tonight for Hatton. Romans moves on it, kicks it right down the chute, taking on a line drive by MacPhee. He's up to the 30, 35, cuts it outside 40. On a penalty play, there goes the flag, and it's going to come back. They're going to get blocking in the back all the way up to the 42-yard line. 53-yard return for MacPhee, but this one will come back. It's going to be blocking in the back. That'll move it back to about the 31-yard line. Going to spread the field and go with 4 wide receivers, so you know what's fixing to go down. It's going to be throwing time in Dixie. Here's Reagan rolling to the line, setting and firing. He's got Kelso up to about the 41-yard line. 13-yard gain and a first down.
We saw Reagan the first time this year, the second half of the Deshler game, and he came in quite impressive. Got a very strong arm, didn't he?
Red Devils will steal 2.
Regan Carpenter, 5'8", 160, sophomore.
A little higher than 5'8" to me. Here's Carpenter. He's going to go far side down there. His ball's going to be caught by Coffey down at the 25-yard line. What another great catch by our wide receiver, Nolan Coffey.
The ball.
Now you got LouAllen as the wide receiver over here. Red Devils still with 5 wide receivers and 1 blocking back there. Here's Reagan, and he lost the handle on the ball. That ball was centered just a little bit off to his left. And he'll have to...
Alabama's packing this year yet.
A lot of other people haven't either.
That's true.
So 2nd and 20, loss of 10 on the play. Here's Reagan out of the shotgun. He's got it, rolls to the right. He'll sit, fire. No, he won't fire. Somebody grabs his arm, and he's sacked. Back at the 41-yard line. Leading the way for Hatton is Ian Taylor. Down a mile. Here's Carpenter. Rolls back, sets and fires. Going over again for Nolan, and he caught that one. That's a first down at the 14-yard line.
Holy cow. What a pass by Regan Carpenter.
Yeah. I tell you, if you just throw it up there for Nolan, he's got the height and he's got great zone, and you always got a chance if you can put some more points on the board. Carpenter back, sets and fires, intercepted. The middle linebacker, that's going to be the Hatton Hornets, coming to the near side 40, 50. It's a foot race. I don't know if anybody's going to catch him, Dave. 20, 10, going to the 5, down at the 2-yard line. 85-yard return for Josh Mason.
That's Mason's second interception tonight, Benny.
Red Devils finally ran him down. Ren Porter stayed on him down to about the 2-yard line, but another huge play and turnover.
Duties tonight as well.
So the Hornets, with 15 seconds to go, I think Coach Behrman said, guys, let's just take a knee and we'll go back to Hatton.
Absolutely. Another big win for the Hatton Hornets. That's their second win
in a row, and it says they marked this 4-3-2, and that's going to do it. And the Hatton Hornets have come into Red Devil Stadium and beaten the Red Devils by a score of 20. Dave and I will be back in 60 seconds to wrap it up. You're listening to Red Devil Football on 98.3 Sports.